I thank the chair. Chairman Goodlatte, I have a few questions for you. The first one is, do you like action movies?
I do.
I do also, and I don't have a great memory on all the movies, but I remember Bourne Ultimatum and how the U.S. government used sort of a geolocation tracker to track people without a warrant. Constitutional, unconstitutional?
I don't know that we have enough facts, but probably at least partly unconstitutional.
Okay, and there are other movies that have the government looking at bank information without a warrant. Constitutional, unconstitutional?
I would say unconstitutional.
And they actually have some movies where they are doing surveillance, but they have these super cool things that probably exist now, I've just never seen them, that you can look inside someone's home and see what they're doing inside the house, not just through an open window, but through a wall. Maybe they go down the chimney from a satellite or some crazy idea. Constitutional, unconstitutional?
I would have to defer to Liza or somebody else on that one, because I've seen some court decisions on that, and I'm just not sure how the courts came down on it. But
okay, let me ask you
this. I would be
then.
a little suspect of it.
How about creepy?
What's that?
How about creepy? Can we use creepy instead of constitutional? It's kind of creepy to have people looking through walls at what you're doing inside your house.
Creepy for sure.
Okay, and so I guess what I'm trying to get to is government can't do those things directly, and it shouldn't be able to do those things indirectly. And Chairman Nadler has a bill to that effect, and I want to support that legislation. What I'm concerned about is, should corporations be able to do that? And particularly a corporation like Google. Should Google, you get when you sign up for a Gmail account, you get this contract, and on page 23, there are 2 sentences that say you waive everything. Should the government, or should Congress, have some requirement that each time you are making a waiver, you have to enter into that agreement? Or you have a choice. You can waive everything, you can waive it each time you use it, or you can never waive it. Should there be something out there that at least inhibits, to a certain degree, the private companies from doing that which we find creepy?
Congressman Buck, I would say that the more opportunities that the consumer has to decide for themselves whether or not they want to make certain information available to Google or other companies, and control how Google might utilize that information, the better.
And I love the fight that goes on sometimes between Apple and Facebook and some of these other companies. I love it when two giants are fighting over something. And there's occasions where Apple will assert certain privacy. I think they have a business interest, frankly, in asserting that privacy, but they will assert certain privacy on behalf of their customers. But if we had 10 Googles, if we had a DuckDuckGo that was prominent, would that help solve part of this problem? If we had competition and there was a niche market for some consumers like you and I, who just find it creepy that these companies know everything about us, because we have the audacity to want to know how to get from point A to point B, from our home to a Christmas party at a some coworkers that we've never been to before, and we use a GPS device to get there. Now they know everything everything everywhere we've been, and we just want to use technology in a way that benefits us, and yet they have this surveillance economy where they're creating this data profile on us. Is there a benefit to competition in the marketplace that could help deal with some of these issues?
I think the more choices the consumer has in terms of how they can control their access to their information, so that if one competitor, and Apple does promote this, and DuckDuckGo does promote this, the more opportunities you have to choose. I'm going to use this search engine, I'm going to use this operating system, I'm going to use this Gmail or email account. I think the better off the consumer is.
In the last few seconds I have, how do we use the antitrust laws to try to expand competition and create that kind of opportunity for consumers?
Well, I think that antitrust laws definitely should be utilized to promote competition. Giving the consumer more choices is a benefit of more competition, and so I think that Congress should always look at it from that perspective.
Thank you very much, and I yield back.
Okay.